it's 5:24 in the morning and the heat is already 91 degrees. Hey everybody, good morning, welcome back. I'm Joey, you're watching VegasDtech, and we are back out here at Lake Mead early, and I mean early. I had to get out here before the atomic bomb gets dropped. It's like I said, I was just showing you in my video that you know, at around 4:30, 5:30 in the morning, it was already 91 degrees, man, and the temperature out here has been triple digits before 9 o'clock. We're looking at about 108 degrees at right around 9 o'clock in the morning, and I had to get out of here and say, look, if I'm going to get this water report done, I got to get out here early in the morning. So no coffee, no Jack in the Box, no Red Bull, nothing, just straight over here to Lake Mead. And first thing that I notice when I come out here is my last report. I did that report on the fire that had happened over here over the weekend 2 weeks ago, and you could just see right over here, looks like they've got one of those boats that were on fire out here. They got it all wrapped up for tow to be removed, and they've got another one over here, so they were probably hard pressed at removing all of this stuff here for the past couple of weeks. Look at this, man. For real. I mean, nobody even knows, you know, like that the Marina had caught on fire. A lot of people told me they had no idea. You know, it's just funny what kind of stuff makes the news nowadays, man. You know, I mean, but yeah, stuff like this goes down and you never even get a chance to hear about it unless you got somebody out on the ground out here taking a look. But yeah, man, this boat right here, I don't want to go messing around with it, but dang, dude. And this is a pretty big boat too, man. This is like that's at least a 30-footer, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness. I don't know how much more of this is out there. The last time that I came out, my friend Dylan, who actually works out here at the Marina, told me that there's still many more boats out there that they're trying to get up out of the water, you know, that's in the Marina that was burnt up over there. But they're going to take time to be able to get it removed. But at least the stuff's not on fire. So hopefully all that stuff's been rectified or getting rectified as we speak. So anyways, guys, I'm going to jump into the Lake Mead water report, make it real quick for you, and then I'm going to head over to the old boat harbor over there and just peruse the shoreline to see, since my last report, 2 feet of water have come down. So we're averaging water loss here at Lake Mead at 1 foot per week. Okay, now that water loss that we're having right now is a planned water loss. It's not drought related. It's just, you know, seasonal musical chairs that the Department of Reclamation does with the water, holding it back at the dam above us and then releasing it to us. And then at a certain point, Lake Mead builds up and then releases. But for right now, we're seeing about 1 foot of water drop per week. And, you know, that can lead to a lot of, you know, awesome new discoveries as the topography of the shoreline constantly changes. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into this water report really quick here. So the water level at Lake Mead today is 1,063.03 feet. We're gonna jump onto the laptop here and get into some water data. Guys, if you don't like water data, just go ahead and forward fast the next 3 minutes. I try to make that real quick, and then we'll jump back out here and get into Lake Mead shoreline, okay guys? Alrighty guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this Lake Mead water level report here, 1,062.63 feet. And as you can see here, let's take a look at these data graphs. From the height of the year, how it's coming down, which is going to match the same trajectory as 2022. 2023 was the anomaly year where we got the record snowpack, and you can see the crossover. When we would normally have dropped, it gained right? And it came all the way back up. But this year it looks like it's following the same basic trajectory as it's always been, which every year we drop about 15 feet of water. And I can continue to see this thing dropping and leveling off sometime after July. So I'm seeing 15 feet of drop, and it should start stabilizing and cruising over to the right. So right now you could take a look here at 1076 was probably our peak for the year, and right now we're down to 1062. So we're looking at about a good 10 feet of water drop already, with an additional 15 feet coming. But if we hop on down here to the drought intensity for Nevada, as you can see, everything here looks pretty much normal for what typical Nevada looks like. We have abnormally dry, which is our basic drought here in the Mojave Desert. We take a look at the U.S. drought monitor across all of America. Pretty much everything just looks standard for summertime here. The only major drought areas that we have are in New Mexico and certain hot spots here along Texas. Jumping back over to the Lake Mead water database, as you can see the chart here, it's moved up all the way up here to the beginning of top of the year at 1076, which is exactly what the other chart that I just showed you here showed, the same thing. Right, we got the same kind of trajectory as the other chart, and then it drops all the way back down here to June, and I still foresee another 15 feet of drop for the remainder of the year. Taking a look at the last 14 measurements, or 2 weeks here, our average change is 0.14 feet of water per day of drop. Everything you see here is in the red, which means we're averaging this every single day. It shows that we have lost 1.86 feet over the last 14 measures. So let's just go ahead and round that out to 2 feet, which is 1 foot per week. Inflows here, guys, are averaging 11,722 cubic feet per second of water flow coming into Mead, and the average flow of water being released at Mead right now is 15,500. All right, guys, so that's basically it for the Lake Mead water data report, and let's go ahead and get back out to Lake Mead quick and easy. Just wanted to stop out here and give you guys a little bit of this breathtaking sunrise, you know, at the marina. Yeah, you know, I moan and groan and I get all grumpy about having to get up at 4:30 in the morning. But I tell you, man, when you drive to Lake Mead and you come over, Boulder City, and you finally just see that water just start to open up on you, and you got this golden sun, which I hope it's not blowing the camera out. It's not that hot, ugly sun. It's that golden sun that you get in the morning, that good sun. You know what I mean? You see that coming up over the mountain, they're just barely coming down over the lake and the marina. It makes all that getting up early in the morning completely worth it. But I just want to give you a little pano here of this beautiful sunrise, man, out at this man-made marvel, which is Lake Mead at the Hemingway Harbor Marina. And it's really weird out here, guys. You know, in the city, it's always so loud. You know, you got all these noise and traffic and just noise, just a bunch of noise. But you can actually get out here to Lake Mead and you park your car, and the silence is so loud. Does that even make sense to you? The silence can be so loud that you think that you're deaf. You know, you got to tap your ears and be like, hey, can I still hear? No, the silence is just so loud out here. Like right now, I hear that trash truck way down there, but if it wasn't for that, there'd be absolutely no noise out here at all. These launch ramps are really cool here. You know, we've learned a lot dealing with the water drought that happened 2 years ago, because the platforms can be moved. They're not permanent. They're on like pontoons, and they can just continue to slide out and slide out along this corrugated ground. you know, as far out as it needs to be done in order to allow these boats to be launched. And then of course, as the water comes back, those pontoons are floating, and they could just keep moving it back, almost like a conveyor system out here. And you could just see this thing. It looks like, it's like a mini airport. To me, this is a marvel. We've learned a lot at how to endure the drought and to how to create a operable boat launch here that can, you know, be modified to move up and down to endure, you know, the water as it comes up and down. Because like I was telling you before, for every 1 foot of water, you know, gain vertically, you know, that equates to like 15, sometimes 10, 15 to 20 feet of water, you know, depending on the slope. You know, I don't know if this camera can really show you much slope, but it should be 18 degrees. The water can slide in and out, you know, 10 to 20 feet. And this pontoon system here has the ability to keep moving out along this corrugated concrete all the way into that water, up and down, allowing these boats to launch. You see what I mean here, guys? How far the corrugated concrete extends into the water, right? So from all the way back there, as much as needed, we can slide these pontoons up and down this concrete here, and this thing should extend deep. So we're at about, what, 2 feet, 3, 5 feet. Yeah, it's holding at about 5 feet. You can still see there's corrugated concrete still down there. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but yeah, a lot of moss and algae around here. But it looks like this might be the very end of where the concrete is at. I'm looking hard out here and I don't see much more of that concrete beyond this point. I still think that there's more of this out there. Just all of this sediment is washed into it, so it's hard for me to tell just how much of this concrete extension there is, because I'm seeing like all this algae and moss coming in, and the sand sediment also is washing into it. But at some point, I think that we're close to the transition line of where the concrete runs out. So I'm going to bring you over here where you can actually see all this mulch right here. This is what I'm seeing down underneath the pier right now, underneath those pontoons. It's all this mossy stuff. And yeah, man, this stuff was all underwater. You've seen what it looked like. You've seen what this looks like when it was under the pier. Now you can see what it looks like when it's on land. And it's just like a bunch of hay. Strange, huh? Ooh, I can feel the mud below it. So I know that this was just recently underwater. And another proof of that, guys, is you're going to see the terracing over here. I don't know how stable the ground is. You can see the footprints here. Somebody's been through here already, and they've done a lot of sinking. Yeah, and I can see that the ground is still very soft. And look, you could just see right here the terracing. See it? The step action that I'm always bringing up to you. This is where the water has come up and stayed here for a little bit, and then it comes up and it cuts and it goes there a little bit. And look at these cuts here, man. It's really weird. I was trying to tell you that somebody that knows how to read this can tell you just how quickly this water, look at the cuts. Boom, and look, there's a step, boom, right here. You can just see the step 1, 2, 3, right? And you go to the next step right there. And then you keep moving and you go up to the next step and to the next step, right? And that's just like a timeline, like grooves on a record. You could just see how much 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, all the way down, man, like steps. This is pretty solid up here. But yep, you can see those little teeny erosion cuts here as the water works its way out. And this is one of the coves over here. Right in this area right here was where, you know, when when national media hit back in like what, in 2019 or something like that, when we were like at the all-time low here, 2019, 2020, right around there. And national media was coming out here covering that one barrel that they found that human body was like located right in this area right over here. But anyways, guys, that's enough over here at the Hemingway Harbor and the boat marina and the launches. Let's go ahead and get out to the old boat launch, and I want to go out there and take a look. And we're going to be hiking and traversing along one of the cliff sides over there to the old Henderson water pickup, and just see what's going on out there. I don't have like dinosaur fossils and stuff that I can show you. You know, I'm not going to use any clickbait. You're just going to come out here with me in the morning, and we're going to peruse the shoreline, and whatever we discover together. So let's jump in the car and head down over there, and I'll see you in a moment. Alrighty, guys, so I don't know if you can actually see that, but that's where we're headed right there. That's going to be the Henderson water pickup right out that way, and we're going to be traversing all along the bottom there where the cove inlet here started pulling away. It's going to allow more shoreline to pop up, and I'm going to attempt to get around this hump over here right down in the middle, and then we're going to go ahead and just walk all along the shoreline right there to see what the water drop looks like and see how close we can get to that pickup bridge. All right, so we're coming into the old boat harbor right now, okay, guys? This is all closed. Launch wrap's been closed for a long time, but still a very cool place, you know. When you want to come out and take a look at, you know, the remnants of something that was here that is no longer, you know, and you like a little bit of privacy, this is a little cool spot right here. You can walk all up along that trail up there. There's like a ridge. I personally like to go up there on e-bikes, or you could just stay down here. And guys, look, this is like, we're gonna come off the road, and this is where the launch ramp started at one point. Look at this. Watch how far this takes us. This is where the launch ramp initially started. And watch how far it stretches. How far they kept on pushing this ramp until eventually they had no choice but to leave this area and vacate and go all the way down towards the new location down by the dam. Look at that, like it was gonna end right here, and then they did a little bypass over here. And they decided to start again right here. I mean, just take a look at this. This was all boat launch. I mean, just take a look at all this infrastructure. How much did it cost to actually put all this in? And they extended it as much as it could be extended until eventually they had no choice but to vacate this area and move the entire marina out of here. Alrighty, guys, so there is absolutely like nobody out here, just me. It's kind of eerie. You know, normally this thing was starting to fill in, you know, at the height of the water year, and a lot of people were actually parking out here so they could take their kayaks and their boats and put it in the water right here and just go right through this path, but it's all locked up now. And like I said, since my last water report, which was 2 weeks ago, we've dropped 2 feet of water, so we're averaging a foot of water loss per week. And I'm gonna go ahead and take you with me. We're gonna go ahead and hike along this shoreline base right here. On the other side of that hill right there is going to be that bridge water pickup. I don't know how far we can actually get, but we're going to go out there anyways and see what it looks like. So let's head that way. And guys, let me tell you, it's only 6:15 in the morning right now, and we've already hit 99 degrees. Alrighty guys, so in the last 2 weeks that I have not been here, this is the amount of water that has gone away. Everything you see here, the white part was when I was last here. This brown part has been water either going away, evaporating or whatever. And take a look at these buoys over here. There's 2 water buoys. Both of those water buoys were deep in the water. Okay, probably about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. And last week, I told you we were gonna almost be able to touch it. Okay, in my last report, I said we were almost gonna be able to reach out and touch it. And take a look. Was I lying? Yep, there it is. All this was underwater, guys. There it is. I could damn near reach it right now. That's just how quickly water can recede, and come back in. Wow, guys, look at this. Now just imagine, this cove right here between that mountain and this mountain was connected here just 2 short months ago, and people were able to launch their kayaks and personal watercraft and come right through here straight out to the water. And just take a look. Let's have a look at this, guys. There was only 1 tire that was available for us to see last time we were here, and look, now there's 2. What? No, dude, there's 3. My God, guys, there is no more apparent way to show you how quickly water can subside than right here. 2 weeks ago, I brought you guys out here. 2 weeks I brought you guys out here, and there was only 1 Caterpillar tire that we were able to access. And right now I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, and these mooring blocks are coming up out of the shoreline, man. I mean, just so quickly does all this stuff come back. Now this is where it gets a little bit treacherous, because you got to watch your footing. When the water recedes this quickly, although it looks like you can walk out there, you cannot. The mulch right here will kind of hide, and as you can see how soft this ground gets, I tend to walk along the rocks here. The rocks will give you much more foundation. I mean, the rocks weigh a lot, and if they're not sinking, chances are you won't. So if you guys are going to be coming out here and you want to get out, try to stay along the rocks. This will give you better footing. But yeah. Right about here, guys, here's that berm from the last 2 weeks that we were out here. And the only tire that we were able to access the last time was this guy right here. And all of a sudden I'm seeing this, that. Oh my God. And that buoy out there, that's a big, humongous water buoy out there. It is huge, man. It's probably like a 4-foot tall buoy. Guys, the next water report that I come out here, that buoy is gonna be on the shore. Oh man, look, there's a vulture out there. Look at that, guys, a red-beaked vulture. Check him out. Uh-oh, check him out. Look at those wings, man. Look at that. Straight up vulture. Ooh wee. He was eating something over here. Probably a carp or something like that. But anyways, guys, yeah, look, I'm staying right along the rocks out here because all of that stuff, dude, is just, you can't walk it. Yep. That right there, guys, I can see a buckle coming out of the ground. That's a mooring block that looks like that guy over there. Right? Probably like a 3-ton mooring block, and it's about to come out of the water. And look at the buoys here, and that big buoy again. But anyways, our goal today, guys, is we're going to traverse along this ridge right here as long as I can keep stable footing. And look at how steep that is, man. I don't want to fall down, but yeah, man, just to show you guys how quickly the topography can change in a matter of weeks. 1 foot of water loss equates to 15 feet of shoreline. And those calculations are absolute, guys, absolute. With an 18-degree slope, 1 foot of water drop, 15 to 20 feet of water loss on the shoreline. Look at the size of these tires, man. Ooh-wee. I try to stay away from these guys because right along the edges here are normally where you'll find snakes. But anyway, I want to get away from this. This is just the footing here is too dangerous for me. We got to get up along the rocks. Now, this mountainside right here, very steep slope. Look at that slope action here. What's that, like 30 degrees? We're gonna attempt to get over here and walk around it as long as I can, keep a stable footing. And there's another shot of what I was telling you about, those anchor blocks that they use. They drop those blocks in there with those buckles in it. There's a couple more coming up along the way here. Mooring points. Think twice, step once. Oh man, we got more of those. We got more of those vultures up here. Look at this. Right up on this peak over here, man, there's another one of those vultures. There it is, guys. There's that bridge I was telling you about. We look really close visually, but along the shoreline it's actually pretty far away. But I'm attempting to get over there as close as I can. The actual water pickup for Lake Mead to Las Vegas is actually below it. Actually a little bit further, probably about 50 yards down. That was exposed and coming up out of water back in the drought. And that's when they decided to start implementing that underground tunnel that runs all the way out. From here, the low-level water treatment facility or water pump is behind it, and they've got a tunnel that goes under the lake right out to about that area. There's an actual drain, like a cork. You just pop the cork and the water will drain underneath, and it runs right through to the water pickup facility right behind it. Where do we go? High or low? As long as there's no snakes, I'll go high. Oh, lizard. Pretty close now. But look at that. Look how steep it gets. I don't think I'm going to be able to get too much further beyond this point because of how steep it is right here. But like I said, another 2 feet of water drop. You watch how close we'll be able to get out here next time. Yeah, guys, so anyways, this right here is about as far as I can get. Man, there's like a billion lizards out here, man. I mean, this would be a field day for snakes if they were out here. They'd have their smorgasbord and buffet of lizards. I must have counted at least 2 dozen of them so far as I've walked through here. More temple steps coming up. Here you go, guys. Now swimming, this would be fresh. Right here, man. If you could just access this, you know, pristine, crystal clear water right here. You got these little nice rocks. You could put your chair out here and just chill, throw a fishing line, whatever. Look at, you can just see the water cuts going up this area right here. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get much further than this because that is gonna be unpassable. But I brought you in as close as I can to that bridge at the water level that we are today. And we can come out here, you know, in a week or 2 weeks and just see how much closer we can actually get, how much more of this shoreline will become exposed that will allow me to walk it and bring you along. But at one time, guys, this bridge right here, the water was all the way up to it. Check it out. You see the whiteness? You see where it gets dark? So the water actually went all the way up to where it got dark, right? And you see how it levels out right there? So the very bottom of that platform is level with the darkness. So the water was all the way up there, man. My God, that looks like at least 100 feet. 100-foot drop. More than that. More than that. That looks like a 150-foot drop. And they had extended these long snorkels. There was 6 of them. Long snorkels that would come down, and eventually it was just ridiculous. They're just like, you know, trying to pump water out of Lake Mead up to that platform and back to Las Vegas. The snorkels were getting too long and they abandoned that. They abandoned that and they put a pickup down below. And then there's a buoy like right out there, and right in front of that buoy is the next pickup for water. And that was like the last straw right there. If that one right there, if the water was to drop below that, you would be sucking air, and it did at one point. And that's when, you know, engineers at Las Vegas decided to tunnel under this lake. They said 2 miles. I don't know. They said 2 miles out that way and to the deepest part of the channel. And so, you know, the last bit of water, if it comes down to that, will come through that point. And that's where our water system is at this point, guys. But that's it. That's all I have for you out here. I can't get any closer. We'll have to come check back. We'll have to come check back here in a couple of weeks, see if this shoreline opens up any more, and I'll try to bring you in a little bit closer. So let's head back. Anyways, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys a moment about sponsorship. And I just want to let you know that, VegasDtech, for the most part, it's all about this right here. It's about coming out and enjoying Lake Mead and looking at this man-made wonder, that was created out here, and constantly journalizing, the lake and the way it looks. Occasionally, you'll see me do product reviews, e-bike reviews and so forth, but that's basically how the channel gets sponsored. I make zero money coming out here and making YouTube water reports. Now, in its heyday, when Lake Mead was going through the drought and all the news was right out here wanting to see when Lake Mead was in its absolute worst state, you had national media attention coming out here, and I just happened to be out here at the right place at the right time, and that's when, the channel was really picking up. But like right now, nobody really, the focus isn't really on Lake Mead. Only the core subscribers, you folks here that actually care about this or enjoy the entertainment value of the channel, have stuck around to watch the videos. And from time to time, I make those e-bike reviews. And those e-bike reviews, I try to ride around Lake Mead with them. They are actually what sponsors the channel, because like I said, I make like no money at all making these reports out here at Lake Mead. Maybe a couple $100 in ad revenue, which would be just enough for me to put gas in the car, and that's about it. So anyways, guys, if you subscribe to my channel and you happen to see every so often I make an e-bike review, please do me a favor, don't unsubscribe. Understand that I would rather make e-bike reviews from time to time than to sit here and break away saying, let's send a shout out to my sponsor, Bitcoin, or silver bullion of America, buy silver bullion. I would rather not do that. An e-bike review will be an e-bike review, and Lake Mead reviews will be Lake Mead reviews. But nevertheless, guys, I try to keep a balance on that. So I just wanted to take a little break here to explain to you the confusion. If you happen to subscribe to my channel and you see e-bike reviews, you're like, what is really going on? And that's the reason. Alrighty, guys, so that's everything that I have for you guys this week on the VegasDtech Water Report. Real short and brief, shoreline update. If you guys found any of this information beneficial, useful, or even entertaining, if you could consider doing me a kindness and hitting the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. It helps me to appease that YouTube algorithm to where they're happy, and they will continue to push my videos out there for you guys to enjoy. I really appreciate your help to get the channel up and moving again after a slow winter, all right? So anyways, guys, I'm Joey. You're watching VegasDtech. Maria couldn't be here with me this morning. She's in California with her sisters. They're getting some kind of like eye operation done out there in Santa Monica. So yeah, she took off here a couple of days ago, but if that wasn't the case, she would have been out here with me, and she would have loved being out here early this morning. But guys, yeah, it is exactly 7:15 in the morning, and the weather is already at 102. So the atomic bomb is about to be dropped behind me, and I'm gonna attempt to get out of here before I burn to a crisp. So guys, thank you once again. I'm Joey, you're watching VegasDtech. I will catch you guys on the next Lake Mead Water Report and Shoreline update. You guys be well, okay? Take care, bye now.